Alright, in today's tutorial we are going to create an enemy bullet that shoots down and then also have the invaders increment, or the space invaders move down and shoot. So create the enemy bullet and have them spawn it while moving down. So let's go ahead and create an enemy bullet, and we're just going to, you can click on in your actors right here and hold down Alt and make a copy of it. And then you can just rename this enemy bullet. It's important to stay organized. And also, just to avoid confusion, let's just change the color. So double click on it, and you can go to color, and let's see, color. Let's go ahead and make that a red. And the direction, we want it going down, so that would be 270 degrees. And you can play around with the speed, but for now we'll set it at 200. And let's go to, we want this bullet to be destroyed. We can go ahead and change that. We need to add a wall. So what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and just exit out of these for now, or delete them. And what we're going to do is, we're going to go back and create a bottom bar where the bullets are destroyed once it reaches the bottom bar, similar to what we did with the orange. But we also need to destroy the actor bullets, enemy bullets, when it comes down, because you don't want a ton of bullets floating around in your game clogging it up. So click on the plus sign right here, and let's just rename this bottom bar, and let's change the opacity. So double click on it, go to color, double click on that, and bring the opacity to 0 so you can't see it, and go back. And we also need to go back and double click on that. If we don't do anything, it's going to move right now. So let's go to physics, and let's go to check fixed rotation, and then uncheck movable, so it doesn't move or it doesn't rotate. And then we can go back and find it, bottom bar. Let's drag it in, and alright, so I actually dragged 2 in by accident. There it is. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just spread it out like so. Great. And so now this says, and I'll move it up so it's something like that. So what this means is, when the bullets collide with it, it'll destroy the actor. Okay? And now let's go back into that enemy bullet and add that collision event. So create a rule, and we want to rename this destroy bullet, destroy enemy bullet. And we want, when this collides with the bottom bar, we want to destroy it. So go to your library and go to destroy. And now we want to do this as well with the meteor. So let's hold down Alt, make a copy of it, and let's just put / destroy enemy bullet on meteor, and change this to meteor. Okay, so now when they shoot, it should get destroyed once it hits the bottom bar or the meteor. Now let's go ahead and work with the Space Invaders. So let's click back, and what I want you to do is click on, let's start with the yellow bad guy. Click on him, and what we're going to do is, we're going to first destroy him whenever it hits an ammo. So remember, I'm just going to go back to reference. When we went to actors, we created something called ammo that has these 3 in it. I'm actually going to delete, this was automatically put in it. Let's delete the enemy bullet so that we have ammo, bullet, and fireball. And we haven't registered the fireball yet, but we will. But these are the 2 different ammo types that our spaceship will fire. So what we're going to say is, and we're going to just put destroy destroy actor or space invader. We're going to say when this overlaps or collides with, instead of doing it twice, once with the fireball and once with the bullet, we're just going to go with the tag, because we created a tag and we renamed it ammo. So now that means when it collides with a bullet or a fireball, we can then destroy it, right? And that'll be destroyed. So that's what we're going to do for that one, and you're going to have to do that for the other enemies as well. And then probably a more efficient way to do it is if you created one of these and then kind of copied it after we created all the blocks of information for it. But this is good practice, so I want you to do it this way for now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move it. We're going to move it every 5 seconds. We want the Space Invaders to move down. So we're going to create let's do a timer, because it's going to be timed. So drag a timer, and we're going to put timer, let's say move down timer, meaning this is going to represent when it moves down. And we can say every 5 minutes we want it to move down, or every 5 seconds, and that's fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the attribute, so every 5 seconds, and you can change that accordingly as you see fit once you've finished the game or throughout the game if you want to make it harder or easier. So every 5 seconds we want the bad guy to move down, and moving down is obviously going to be along the y-axis and a negative number, because when you're going down like so, you're going down the y-axis, and you want it to be a negative number, so it goes down rather than a positive number where it's moves up. So let's go to change the attribute, and we're going to go to bad guy 1, and we're going to go to self position, and we want the y-axis. And then what we want to do with that is you can click right here, and we want to go to the self position again, and not the size, but the self position y, and then we want to do minus 90. And what the 90 represents is pixels, so minus 90 pixels. And once again, you can play around with that as well. If you want to move it further down every 5 seconds, you'd go minus 100, minus 150, something like that. So now it says every 5 seconds it's going to move down like so. And let's go ahead and preview that. And every 5 seconds, yep, and now you can see that it is moving down like so, and that's what we want. And let's go ahead and go back, and before we spawn all this stuff, spawn the enemy bullet, let's go ahead and copy and paste these. So let's hold down shift, right? And if you hold down shift and copy these, you Command C on a Mac, copy, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and we're going to go to the bad guy 2, the green one. We're going to paste it, and we are going to go to bad guy 3 and paste that as well. Okay, so now when we play it, we have something that looks like this, and hopefully they'll all move down after 5 seconds like so. So the next video we're going to go over, we'll include the bullets and shooting the bullets and the collision with the collision with the spaceship. And you can see that I need to change that you win. There's a win scene right here, so I will take care of that as well. All right.